Hi RF Wellness, happy Friday. Today is January 25th, 2019, and I am here in my husband's office because this is part of my new life. I work for him in his office here in the front of our house, and then I'll go counsel in my office in the back of the house, and then I come back here. So I'm constantly flip-flopping to different offices within our home, which is awesome that I get to work at home. So today I wanted to talk about toxins, detoxing actually. Detoxing has been on my mind all week, and I just wanted to have a little conversation about it because I think that we often, especially this time of the year, the first month of the year, we want to get a jump start on our health and we want to detox. And so I'm often asked, like, what parasite detox do you use? What liver gallbladder? What colon cleanse do you use? And I think those are all great, and I think they serve their purpose, and I think um, yeah, you should do those. But I think our mindset should be that our body is detoxing all the time, every day, and that we should live a life of detox, of constantly um, helping our body to detox. And the first way to do that is to stop the damage or to minimize the toxins that are coming into the body that we're willingly putting into the body. And I love this saying that I heard recently, that you can't dry off in a shower. And I think that's kind of our mentality, is that we think we can keep showering our body with all these toxins, and then we think we can just go do a detox, one and done, and we're better. And that's really not the case. Our body has 5 avenues, 5 tools or methods or systems that it uses to detox every day. And so I want to talk about those and how we can help our body with those. But what is the most important detox, I'll talk about at the end. So our body uses 5 methods to detox: pooping, peeing, breathing, sweating, and crying. And then women have even an extra one, which is your menstrual cycle. So if we talk about pooping, and no one likes to talk about that, but we all do it, hopefully every day, several times a day. You should be pooping 2 to 3 times a day. And if you only poop once a day, or you poop more than 3 times, then more than likely there's a problem that you should look into. So how do we help our body? Let's say we only poop once a day. How do we help our body move those toxins out of the body? Because we don't want those toxins to sit in our intestines, because it will cause the intestines to become inflamed, and you'll get colitis or ulcerative colitis, where ulcers are formed, or you'll have diverticulitis. Anything that ends in itis means inflammation. So we want to help our body get those toxins, that fecal matter, out as quick as possible. So how do we do that? Well, number 1 is we need to be drinking a lot of water. Like I just did on my last video, you should be drinking 8 to 10 8-ounce glasses of water every day. So you need a lot of water to help move the toxins out. You also need to be eating fiber. So you need to be eating a lot of mostly your diet should be fruits and vegetables, nuts, seeds, and beans. And if you want, you can add some rice. When you have meat, it should be like a side dish. It should be an occasional thing. And then eat clean meat, grass-fed beef, free-range turkey or chicken, wild-caught fish, okay? So that's how we help our body poop. If you need additional help, then you're going to have to humble yourself like I did, and you're going to have to consider doing enemas. And I know at first that sounds disgusting, but I'm going to tell you, I was just thinking this morning, I think enemas saved my life. And if you have irritable bowel syndrome, you should really, really, really consider doing enemas and even coffee enemas. And if you want more information on that, look up Gerson, Gerson, Gerson therapy, and that's what they use, coffee enemas, to help heal people. That's not the only thing they do. And all you have to do is go on Amazon, buy a $20 kit, and start doing enemas. And I would encourage you to use distilled water when you're using your enemas, because distilled water draws the toxins out of your body. So that's how you can help your body to detox, by pooping. I've already did a whole video last week on water, drinking water, and the types of water, and you can go on my YouTube or even on RF Wellness on Facebook and watch my water video. But you need to be drinking clean water, and this is what I use, my 32-ounce hydro flask, and I keep track of my water because I want to be peeing a lot during the day and moving those toxins out of my body. And what I find, a lot of people tell me they don't want to drink water because they don't want to spend all day in the bathroom. But virtually what they're saying is, I'd rather hold on to those toxins in my body that's creating disease rather than having to be inconvenienced and go to the bathroom. So you've got to figure out that for yourself, what you're willing to do. So then there's sweating. And of course we sweat when we exercise, of course. But if you want to help your body move the toxins out through sweating even more, you could do what I do and go to an infrared sauna. And I love infrared sauna because it's not like your typical sauna at the gym that warms up the air. It warms up your core, and you sweat profusely. And I went there yesterday, and 30 minutes I felt done. Like, I felt like I had sweat a ton. And when you walk out of there, like, you can think clearer, like brain fog is gone, like inflammation in the brain has gone down, like you just feel better, think better. So really look into infrared saunas. And then we have crying. Crying is also a way your body gets rid of toxins. Now, it's not good to be crying all the time because you're frustrated and angry, because crying, when you cry, it's because there's been an emotional change in your body, and emotions create chemicals in your body. So you don't want to be stressed out, frustrated, and angry and crying all the time, because you're weakening your immune system. But I'll tell you, if you would cry out of gratitude, then you're strengthening the immune system, rather than weakening it. I think I messed up right there, but you don't want to be crying out of frustration and anger and bitterness, because you're weakening the immune system. You want to cry out of gratitude, and 5 minutes of gratitude increases your immune system by creating a chemical called immunoglobulin A, and you increase it for like 6 to 8 hours, just like 5 to 10 minutes of crying gratitude. So there's a difference with detoxing and crying, okay? So crying can be a good thing if it's for the right reason. And then the menstrual cycle, and that's why a lot of people think that women live longer than men, is because we have an extra way to detox. So what I really want to talk to you about is detoxing your heart and your mind, because your thoughts are what creates your whole life. It creates your health, your well-being in your spirit, soul, and body. So let me read something to you. In Genesis 1:26, God said, "We," talking about the Trinity, will make mankind in our image after our likeness and have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over the earth, over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth. So God created mankind in his own image. He created him in the image of God. He created them male and female. Have you ever stopped to think what that means? You are made, created in the image of God, of the Trinity. The image and the likeness. You are like God. And what a lot of people, I think, don't realize is because of the way God created you, your thoughts have creative power. So what you think on creates your reality, what you believe. So we have to be extremely careful the people we let speak into our lives, the things we watch on TV, the internet, we listen to on the radio, the books we read, the thoughts we let just come into our mind and just resonate there, or that we meditate on and we agree with. And just like the body that you can't dry off in a shower, you can't get healthy spirit, soul, and body if you're constantly allowing negativity into your heart and mind. You just will not be healthy. You will start creating dis-ease in your body, because remember, thoughts create chemicals, and your body will become out of balance, and you'll start creating strongholds in your body of bitterness, unforgiveness, anger, resentment, frustration. And what those do is throw your body out of balance and create disease. That's what creates tumors in the body. Yes, when we eat genetically modified food, we're taking in too many toxins, we're not detoxing well, we're drinking alcohol too much. All these things, we're not giving our body what it needs, and vitamins and minerals and herbs. Yes, those contribute to disease in the body, but nothing more than your thoughts. So we have to stop the damage. Sometimes we have to allow people to not be in our lives. Sometimes we have to shut things off on the TV or the internet, or not watch certain movies, or not read certain books. We have to do a check in ourselves. After you watch something or you spend time with somebody, how do you feel? Do you feel energized? Do you feel positive? If not, you need to really get with God and consider making a change in that area. And so just like we have to cut everything out that's negative, we also need to nutrify. We need to fill our body with positivity, positive energy. And so it's the same, just the opposite. You need to let people speak into your life that are positive for you, that will help you create positive change. Watch positive things on TV or the movies or in books that are going to help you make positive changes, healthy changes in your spirit, soul, and body. And I have my list here of, is there anything else? The last thing I just want to tell you is that you need to really focus on living in awareness of right now, because we have this ego that wants to constantly flip us to the past where there's pain, and flip us to the future where there's could be worry and stress about the future, or we could get into fantasizing about, well, if this happens, then my life will look like this. And our ego will tend to flip us to the past, to the future, to the past, to the future. And neither one of those exist. All that exists is right now. And we need to live in awareness of right now about what we are thinking about. And do this. When a thought hits you, that thought has 5 seconds, and you get to decide, you, spirit, the image and likeness of God, get to decide, tap into that power. You get to decide if that thought's going to stay, that's going to create positive energy in your body, or it has to go. And if it has to go, if it's negative, if it's painful, if it's hurtful to your spirit, soul, and body, you cast it out and you swap it out with truth. And we do this in my Healthy and Free class. We teach the class to swap out the bad food for the good food. Well, you have to do the same thing with your thoughts that create feelings and emotions. And that is the last thing I want to say is, if you really struggle, like you feel trapped in this ego, pride prison that's constantly flipping you to the past and the future and the past and the future, and you are struggling to stay present, then I would encourage you to start paying attention to your emotions and your feelings. Let those be your warning sign that you lost your focus. Your focus wants to always be who you are, your identity. You're a child of God. You are in God and He's in you. And when you start feeling frustrated, stress, anxiety, when you start feeling like you need to go mask those feelings with drugs or alcohol or sugar or shopping or pornography or whatever, when you feel like you need to go do something to make you feel better, I would love you to just pause before you go do anything and remember, oh yeah, Rhonda told me that when I'm feeling this thing, this wrench in my gut, it's just a reminder that I lost my focus. I forgot who I am. And I want you to think about Peter in the Bible when he stepped out of the boat and he walked on water. How was he able to walk on water? Because he was so focused on Jesus and knowing that He's got me. He's totally got me. But when he started looking around at the circumstances, he started sinking. And we do the same thing. We lose our focus of Jesus and being in the Trinity and they're in us. And if you pictured them in a circle and you're in the middle, can anything really hurt you? I mean, any thought, any person, any circumstance? No, because you're smack dab in the middle of the Trinity. You are so loved and protected, but you just got to start believing it. So let that be a reminder to you that your feelings and your emotions, to just get your focus back on who you are in the Trinity. I hope this was helpful with detoxing. I hope that you will live a detox life. Yeah, go do those detoxes, those gallbladder cleanses and the colon cleanse, and I have videos on those too. But I want you to live a life in a mindset of detox, that you're constantly detoxing your spirit, your soul, and your body. Until next time, bye.